The palace slept like a grieving widow, its walls heavy with silence. Adanna moved through corridors that once echoed with laughter but now carried only memories. She tended to her father lovingly, speaking to him even when he no longer answered. The night he took his last breath, she felt the world shift, like a pot slipping from the grip of a market woman. She screamed only once, then held his hand until dawn. She buried him beside her mother, and she laid a single white stone for Chisom. 3 graves. 3 pieces of her heart. The kingdom waited. When the morning ended, the village council gathered, 12 old men with long beards and longer tongues. They sat in a circle under the ancient Udala tree, each pretending to carry wisdom. Chief Nana, the eldest, cleared his throat. The throne cannot be empty. The king's daughter cannot rule, she is a woman. Another murmured, let us crown a man from the royal bloodline. Perhaps a distant cousin. Adanna stood before them, wrapped in white cloth, her hair uncombed, a symbol of mourning and purity. Her voice trembled but carried strength. My father's blood runs through me as much as it would through a son. This kingdom will not be handed to strangers while I live. The chiefs laughed. Who will fight wars for you? Who will lead the hunters? Who will sit with the gods? Adanna lifted her eyes and said, the gods sit with those who carry truth, not muscles. Her courage pierced them like a spear. That night, as the wind howled, strange things began to happen. The elders gathered beneath the moon for the divine judgment. Fires lit the shrine, and kola nuts were cracked open like old secrets. Adanna stood before them barefoot, her shadow long and trembling like a reed in river wind. The oracle woman, her hair gray like smoke, threw cowries onto a mat. The shells spun, clattered, stopped. The air thickened, cold, unnatural. From the Udala tree came the sound of anklets, soft, rhythmic, like someone dancing, unseen. One elder fainted. Another dropped his staff in fear. The oracle whispered, voice shaking, the spirit of the lost daughter is here. Leaves spun like whirlwinds. The tree bent, not to the wind, but to Adanna. The message was clear, she was chosen. The elders bowed. And as they did, Adanna felt a hand, cool, familiar, rest gently on her shoulder. She didn't need to turn to know it was Chisom. At sunrise, drums returned to Umuago. Not joyful, steady, deep, powerful. Adanna walked to the throne in red coral beads and white wrapper embroidered with moonlight. Children ran beside her. Old women ululated. Men lowered their heads in respect. When she sat upon the lion throne, the sun broke through clouds as though the sky itself crowned her. The priest lifted a kola nut to the heavens. May she rule with heart and wisdom. May the spirits walk with her. The people echoed, I see, I see, I see. But in the crowd, some eyes glittered with anger. Not everyone wanted a woman on the throne. And they would soon show their teeth. A group of powerful men met secretly at night, hunting chiefs, wealthy farmers, men who were used to control. If the queen dies, one whispered, the throne returns to us. They planned to weaken her slowly, to turn the people against her, to whisper poison like termites in wood. But they forgot one thing. The spirits were listening. That night, 3 snakes entered the compound where they plotted. By morning, all their yams had rotted to black sand. The kingdom began to fear, not Adanna, but the unseen guard around her. Adanna spent her days not in the palace, but among the people. She helped a widow rebuild her hut. She carried water for children whose mother was sick. She sat with farmers under the hot sun and ate roasted yam from leaf wrappers. When she passed, people whispered, she walks like the moon, gentle but fierce. Her kindness rebuilt what death had broken. Umuago began to rise like new yam shoots after morning rain. But peace never lasts long in stories. The rains failed. The wells dried. Goats bleated weakly. Hunger stalked the village like a lean wolf. Some blamed the gods. Some blamed the queen. A woman has angered the ancestors. We need a man on the throne. Adanna felt their words like stones thrown without hands. She prayed at the river every night. One evening, the river whispered, bring an offering of love. Not sacrifice, love. She understood. She gathered the children of the village and told them the story of Chisom. They cried, they prayed, they threw flowers into the river, tiny, fragile, like hope. That night rain fell. Soft at first, then heavy and sure. The earth drank greedily. Women danced barefoot in muddy fields. The kingdom believed again. And Adanna became more than queen, she became daughter of spirits. Zubiru arrived months later, not proud and golden, but thin, shaken, humbled like burnt cloth. He knelt in the palace hall where he once stole Adanna's joy. "Forgive me," he wept. "Your sister haunts my dreams. She calls me coward." Adanna looked at him, heart heavy with history. For a moment she saw the desert again. Saw chains. Saw tears. But she also remembered her sister's spirit, the same spirit that chose mercy. "Rise," she said. "If you wish redemption, serve the people you once overlooked." And he did. He left his pride at the palace gate and became a builder of wells, a carrier of water, a man remade by regret. The people slowly forgave him. But peace drew envy like honey draws ants. A distant warlord sent soldiers to conquer Umuago, believing the kingdom weak without a king. War drums thundered. Dust rose like ghosts on the horizon. The council begged Adanna to flee. She refused. She stood at the gate of the city alone, staff in hand. When enemy warriors approached, a storm rose suddenly, unnatural, wild, fierce. Lightning split the sky. The river overflowed, roaring like 1,000 spirits. And from the flood came a figure, water shining like stars. Chisom. Her voice boomed like rain on roofs. "Touch this land and drown." The soldiers fled in terror. Some swore they never touched ground again, swallowed by the river's shadow. From that day, no one questioned the sisters. Under Adanna's reign, the fields yielded double harvest. Children learned under the mango trees. Widows wove cloth for royal trade. Songs of sisterhood became lullabies. Zubiru became a trusted ally. The council grew humbled. The river shrine became a place of peace, not fear. Adanna grew older, softer, wiser. But her spirit never dimmed. When her hair turned silver, she called the kingdom together. Her voice was gentle. "Every life is a story. Mine was written by love, shaped by sacrifice, and carried by my sister." At night, she walked to the river, slow, calm, unafraid. Guards later said they saw two women standing upon the water, hand in hand, glowing like dawn. Then both dissolved into mist like morning breath. Only a white lily remained. The kingdom built a second shrine beside the first. Ulo Nwan Abuo, home of the two sisters. Umuago never forgot them. And when the wind passed through the mango leaves on quiet nights, people said they heard laughter, one soft, one bold. Together forever. Thank you for watching. Let us know your thought in the comments section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more heart-touching stories like this. Please, subscribe.